What's up everybody? Welcome back to Avenged Media. If you're new here, my name is Nick, and today we're gonna be washing my 350Z. Now if you followed me on Instagram, you saw we took this thing out drifting last weekend, had an absolute blast, but it needs a good wash today. Now, before we get started, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, click that subscribe button down below. We've got a ton of awesome content coming up with the 350Z, the 240 build, and the Legacy GT suspension overhaul that I don't want you guys to miss. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are watching this video and not subscribed. So, let's dive into it. Like I said, we're gonna be washing the 350Z today, and about 2 years ago, I started working at Griot's garage. And don't get me wrong, before that, I washed my car, took care of my car, and thought I was doing it in the safest way possible. And now I wasn't doing a terrible job, but there is a ton of tips and tricks that I have learned since I've started working at Griot's garage about how to safely and more effectively wash my car than I was before. So today, I wanna make a video showing you guys some of those things that I've learned and go over the absolute safest way to wash your car. And for those of you that care about the condition of your paint, you don't want it to look good, you don't want scratches in your paint, maybe you've done an annual or biannual paint correction on the car and you want to keep it looking that way, you can actually give your car a wash and do scratches if you're not careful about your technique, using the wrong products. So today we're going to go over the absolute safest way to wash your car so that you can wash your car with confidence at home and know that you are minimizing the risk of scratching your car while you're washing it. So the first part of this process is washing the wheels and tires. Now, it often surprises people that we recommend doing this first, but the reason is that as you're washing wheels and tires, you spray cleaner on there, you're agitating it with a brush, and you rinse it off. And the chance of getting overspray and splatter on the paint from doing that is super high. So we recommend washing all 4 wheels and tires first, and then actually washing the body of the car. Now, in order to do that, we need to fill up the bucket. And this is one of the tips that we recommend, is that have a separate bucket just for wheels, because even if you clean this out afterwards, you can get brake dust and other stuff that you wouldn't want to get on your paint and risk scratching it in that bucket. So this is my dedicated wheel washing bucket, and to add a little lubrication to the water, we recommend putting some car soap in there. I'm going to be using our Brilliant Finish car wash, and I just put a little bit in that bucket down there and fill the bucket up. To clean the wheels, I'm going to be using our foaming tire cleaner, which is an aerosol spray, and then our heavy duty wheel cleaner. And as far as tools go, I like this guy. This is our large bendable wheel brush for cleaning the barrels, and the tire scrub brush. And then I use our Ergo Wave, which is actually safe for paint as well. This is a super versatile tool for the faces of the wheels and being able to get the more intricate parts of the wheels clean. So I like to start out by spraying the heavy duty wheel cleaner thoroughly around the wheel. Make sure you get all around the barrel of it, and then applying the foaming tire cleaner. And the important thing here is letting it dwell. Both of these products, we recommend a 3 to 5 minute dwell time. And you want to make sure you do that to allow the chemicals to do their job. Thoroughly rinse and then repeat. All right, it is officially time to wash the body of the car. Now, there's a couple things that I want to call out here. It's important to do this out of direct sunlight whenever possible. You'll notice I have this car positioned in the shade in my driveway. That's to avoid the sun making direct contact with the product that's on the surface and making it dry quicker. Obviously, this is happening in the middle of winter, so it's not super warm. We don't have to worry about that too much. But if you are washing your car on a warm day, that's something to consider. Now, for the products we're going to be using on the wash, we're going to be doing this with a foam cannon, and a foam cannon is going to be the absolute safest way to wash your car. It's going to minimize the risk of wash-induced scratches because the foam cannon is actually going to be spraying the product onto the car, and it's one less contact point that you're going to have if you're using, say, a bucket. Now, if you use a bucket, do the 2-bucket method, and that's going to make that process as safe as possible. But today we're going to be using this foam cannon. If you're looking to get a foam cannon, this is the Griot's Garage Brilliant Finish Foam Cannon. It is $59.99, so it's super affordable, and this thing absolutely rips. Now, if you don't have a pressure washer, we also sell this, so you could be into a foam cannon and pressure washer for right around like the $400 price point. The first thing we're gonna do is do what we call a pre-wash step. Now, I'm gonna do this with our foaming surface wash, and this is where we're going to apply the product, let it dwell, it's gonna cling to the surface, remove dirt, pull it from the surface, and then we're just gonna rinse the car without making any contact. This is a pre-wash step, and this is designed to get as much road grime and dirt off the car before we actually make any contact with it, further minimizing the risk of wash-induced scratches. Then we're gonna follow up with a second step where we actually make contact, and we're gonna be using our ceramic wash and coat. Now, this is awesome. You can either use this as standalone protection, or if you already have protection on the car like I do, this car has our ceramic 3-in-1 wax on it. This is a great way to boost the protection and add a little more protection between your wax applications. This is also gonna be applied with our foam cannon, and then we'll actually use a wash mitt like this guy here to contact wash the car and get the last bit of road grime that doesn't come off during our initial pre-wash. So this foaming surface wash is what we call a dual layer foam technology. So it makes for an extended dwell time on the car, allowing it to pull off more of the abrasive particles that can be harmful to your paint. So we're gonna apply the foam to the car. And one thing I wanna call out here is we recommend applying the foam from the bottom to the top. That's gonna allow the foam time to dwell the longest on the dirtiest parts of the car, which are typically towards the bottom of the vehicle. So we're gonna apply the foam and let it dwell. With this product, we're gonna let it dwell for about 5 to 7 minutes. So you'll notice as the foam dwells, there's a first layer that's pulling off all the dirt and whatnot from the surface, and try to get as many of the abrasive particles off the surface during this pre-wash step as possible. Following our pre-wash step, the surface should be free of the abrasive particles that can cause wash-induced scratches. So now we're going to move on to that secondary wash step that I was talking about earlier, where we'll be using ceramic wash and coat and washing while adding some ceramic protection to the surface. For this secondary wash step, we're going to fill up another bucket. Again, reminder, this is a different bucket than we used for the wheels and tires, keeping that process completely separate from washing the painted surfaces of your vehicle. Because of the ceramic protection in ceramic wash and coat, you want to make sure you're very precise in the dilution ratio. So for this, we're gonna use 4 ounces, pour that into the foam cannon reservoir, and then fill the reservoir to the top. Now this is gonna work in either of the Griot's Garage foam cannons, but for other foam cannons that may have different size reservoirs, you wanna follow an 8:1 dilution ratio. Now with the secondary wash step, particularly with ceramic wash and coat or any product that has protection in it, it's really important not to let it sit on the surface too long, allowing it to dry or beginning to dry on the surface, which can sometimes lead to spotting on the surface or issues like that. So in this case, I like to wash the car in parts. So I'm gonna do like the side, the front, another side, the back, and break it up into pieces so that the product never dries on the surface. Now we're gonna spray the product onto the car and then agitate with our wash mitt, dipping it into this bucket down here with a grit guard in it to make sure we're keeping any of the particles that it picks up off the surface or potential impurities away from the painted surfaces. As we start to rinse down this side of the car, we can already see the hydrophobic properties that ceramic wash and coat is adding, giving it an extra layer of protection on the painted surface. Now I'm gonna keep working my way around the car, working in sections like I talked about earlier. We've got the car thoroughly rinsed off. Now it's time to dry the car, and there's a lot of different ways to dry a vehicle. One of my personal favorite, and I think most effective and safest ways to do this, is with a proper drying towel. And in honor of this video, I picked up a new PFM extra large drying towel. This is one of my absolute favorite products that we sell at Griot's Garage. So I'm gonna get this unwrapped real quick and show you guys the effectiveness of it. Like it's insane. We'll do it on the hood here so you can get like a clean example of how much water it pulls off. But that's how, believe it or not, you could dry 2 large cars back to back without even wringing it out. So it'll tackle this thing no problem. Like I said, that towel is freaking incredible. If you didn't know, PFM stands for pure fucking magic, and I think just watching me dry the car, you can tell why. This thing is like not even damp. It's pretty incredible. So with the car dry, I like to dry my wheels, especially with these ones to have a polished lip on them. I don't want to see any water spots on them. So there's a couple different ways to do this. You can do this with air, compressed air, or like a air blower of some sort. In this case, I'm gonna use one of the dedicated wheel towels that I have to get these dried up. And then we'll put some tire dressing on the tires. We'll take a look at how good this thing looks. All right, the car is officially all clean and most importantly, safely done. So the last thing we need to do is put tire shine on the tires to get this thing looking right. But it looks so good. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like. I'm gonna pull the car down to the other street, put some tire shine on, and then we'll see what it looks like. All right, got the car parked down at the edge of the driveway. And I just want to say, I feel really dumb for thinking I was going to sell this thing, because I'm totally kidding myself that I don't love this car. I've totally fallen in love with the looks of it, and being able to go out and do an activity like drifting with this car just is like so cool to be able to, it's like an extra piece of my like automotive passion, I guess is the best way to put it. But let's go and put some tire shine on this thing. It looks incredible. My go-to is our black satin tire shine. I don't like my tires to look super glossy, so this black satin is absolutely perfect. I like to spray it on, then go over it with one of our blue detailing sponges, and it really gets the perfect finish. Video. The car is looking so good that I have to go shoot it somewhere. I haven't picked up the Ronin in a while, so I want to go shoot like a cinematic with this car. I don't think I ever have shot any like video, maybe one like photo set with the new wheels on it. So it's a perfect time to go out and get some good content with it. But if you guys like this detailing content, I am super passionate about car care. I think it's really fun, and I like taking care of my cars, and I'm happy to create more content like this. So if you really like this style of video, let me know down in the comments. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, but we're gonna take this thing out now and go get some shots. But we're gonna take the Z out now and go get some cool shots with it. Alright you guys, I know that wasn't a super long cinematic edit, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed getting to pick up the Ronin again. I hadn't shot with that thing in so long that one of the batteries is completely dead just from sitting. But I'm trying to get out and shoot more and just be more creative this year, put out more content to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, but you guys know the drill. Until next time, leave a comment down below, throw this video a like, and if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.